Welcome back to Cosmos Saturdays. In today's episode, we discuss whether or not I'll be in Season 4 of Transformers EarthSpark. Which, if the Terrans really are going to Cybertron to chase the Decepticons, how are they going to get there? They don't have a spaceship. You know who turns into a spaceship? Me! Welcome back to yet another episode of Cosmos Saturdays. And yes, you heard that right, dear viewer. We are still getting EarthSpark Season 4, which is great. And even if you don't like the show, let me explain why this is good. Number one, we're finally getting the conclusion to EarthSpark, so I'm glad there, especially because I was a huge fan of Season 1, but I felt as though the later seasons slowly dipped in quality in both animation and character writing, but still was overall semi-enjoyable, especially the stuff with Weird Al's Cosmos. And I hope we see more of him in Season 4. But now that Season 4, and by proxy EarthSpark, is finally ending, we're no longer in this limbo state if we're getting the show, which means Hasbro are going to start working on the next big Transformers show. Now, it's debatable whether or not that they're actually going to continue and make a new show, because is it going to be on YouTube? Is it going to be a YouTube series like Cyberworld? Hopefully not. We'll get to Cyberworld later. Is it going to be exclusive to streaming like Paramount Plus or Netflix? Is it even going to be on TV like Nickelodeon? We honestly don't know. And it's kind of scary to think about because they said they wanted to move away from like movies and all that stuff in order to do more stuff with gaming and the figures, which we'll get to figures later, and movies, but it's kind of a scary thought that EarthSpark might be the last show we actually get that's, a big budget Transformers show on TV and streaming, so I don't know. I'm kind of weary, but I'm hopeful that we'll still get Transformers shows. Or maybe we'll even get the Skybound show announced after this, and all my worries will be put to rest, but it is something to be talked about, and I do want to talk about it. But anyways, other shows, Cyberworld. Cyberworld is starting to reel me back in with the more recent episodes. I really liked the one with Bumblebee and Chop Chop will come up to me and stream or on polls and he goes, wait, there's a new Transformers show, which is kind of sad because Cyberworld is kinda decent at times, but it's just the distribution method, half of the episode being a recap, YouTubers not really being able to properly react to it at all, because my video got taken down when I tried talking about the show, and the fact that it's a YouTube series, and the schedule, when it gets interrupted by compilations, is so annoying. We're halfway through the show. We do not need a recap or a compilation of the previous episodes. But hey, that's just me. Transformers movies. We're in a really weird spot right now where we're still waiting on whoever's movie gets made first. I'm assuming it's going to be Michael Bay's because I will once again bet my channel on it. We will not be getting that G.I. Joe Transformers crossover movie like the dedicated one that they've been hyping up since Rise of the Beast. And if we do, it will be a Frankenstein's monster where they have poured 5 or 6 different movies into the same cauldron, stirred it together, and then we get a Frankenstein movie. Worse than Rise of the Beast, which I thought Rise of the Beast was decent. It gets worse on every rewatch, yes, because you start noticing more and more of the problems with the pacing and characters, lack thereof, the Maximals. But I genuinely just feel like there's no market for it, and they still don't have a director because Michael Bay said he's doing his own movie. Whether or not this is the start of yet another trilogy by him, or he's just doing a new movie to kick off the new universe, which, yes, we're getting a brand new Transformers live-action universe. Again, we're getting another reboot, which, okay, I feel like after the fumble that was Rise of the Beast, it's kind of necessary, but at the same time, it's starting to get confusing because we have Bayverse, Nightverse, Transformers 1, Bayverse 2. I talked about this in my last Cosmos Saturdays, but seriously, this is a double-edged sword, and I hope they actually handle it and market it like a reboot. You need to. And we need to cut all the slop that doesn't matter. Like a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover. That is not going to sell people on a reboot. Especially because that is connected by the Rise of the Beast universe. Due to that end credit scene. Casual audiences are going to think that is part of it because they were promised it in the last movie. And for the good of all Cybertron, don't let Lorenzo near this thing. He is going to butcher a Transformers Cinematic Universe. Case in point, the last 7 movies. Also, Transformers toys have increased in price. I'm not much of a toy guy, but annoying. I hate it. I bought Pokemon Legends ZA, and it was like $80-something. Skybound Optimus costs more than the new Pokemon game. What are we doing? And if I can be honest, it doesn't really look that good. Yeah, I know, a lot of people are gonna hate me for that, but as a non-toy guy, like, I don't know about, like, the plastics or the detailing or none of that. I just see, like, oh, I like this character, like, or, oh, that looks like a decent figure, and I buy it. Like, I have Devastation Optimus on my desk, and I know not a lot of people like him, but I really like him. He's really fun to fidget with. My one gripe with him is he doesn't have anything to cover the back, because you can see his head poking out, so that's kind of annoying. Other than that, really like the figure. But yeah, $89 for Optimus, and he doesn't come with a trailer, he doesn't come with roller, he doesn't really look like he fits the Daniel Warren Johnson Skybound art style, like how Devastation Optimus looks like he fits the art style of Devastation. This doesn't look like a Skybound Optimus to me. I thought it was a knockoff when I first saw it, I'm gonna be real. And for that price, I'm out. And lastly, I wanted to talk about Pokemon Legends ZA. I'm here recording this episode on the couch, and the reason why you're getting a Cosmos Saturdays episode shamelessly is because I spent 13 hours playing the game yesterday. Didn't find a shiny, by the way. I am absolutely loving it, and I'm probably gonna go play it again and stream it for another 13 hours. I'm recording this on the couch, and also the fact that, as you can probably connect the dots, a lot of the shows, movies, games, all that good stuff is in a limbo state. We're kind of waiting on a lot of stuff. Like, issue 25 of Skybound was amazing. Love the new art style. I wasn't sold on it at first, but now I am. I don't like how they changed how Jazz and Soundwave talk. I think that's a bit annoying, but there's enough setup there and interest that I'm really and truly on board for Robert Kirkman's Skybound and the future of the story. But we got EarthSpark, we're waiting on the trailer for that, and Cyberworld is almost halfway done. We're waiting on more episodes from them, and we're waiting for the next movies to get announced. What's going to come out first? It's either G.I. Joe, or maybe it's Josh Cooley's movie, or maybe it's Michael Bay. The thing is, Michael Bay gets his movies done pretty quick. Once he gets a script, him and his actors, I will say, they put in the work. They go to work, they finish the movie, they do what they set out to do. They don't really compromise that much. They know what they want when they want it. So, good on him, genuinely. I'm excited. Somewhat. Like, it's like this nervous, excited, like, oh, is it gonna be good? Like, is it gonna be like Last Night 2? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, is it gonna be on that level of quality? But I'm glad it's a reboot. I feel like he's gonna do like 07, but like what he knows now, which is really interesting to me, actually, thinking about it. But yeah, that does it for this episode of Cosmos Saturdays. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.